Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rinku and welcome back to the Patch Notes Weekly. So today we are going to go over the March 15th patch notes, and not gonna lie, today's patch notes are pretty hype regardless of the green St. Patrick Day theme. So let's just get straight into it. The events, there is actually no events page. There might be, but it's not even linked right here. So basically just tells us that there's not too much for events, but that's a good thing, and there are events, so let's just go over it right now. The first thing is the Black Spirit Adventure has returned. A lot of people are going to be excited about this. You know, you roll a dice 3 times a day, get free loot. It's really fun. I don't like the rolling sound, obviously. I think you can finally turn that off, though, in your settings. You should be able to. So that's awesome. And it looks like it's sticking around for an entire month and more. A few more days than a month, you know how that works. So also the St. Patrick's Day mini event begins, and what is this mini event? This mini event is free stuff. You just get free beer on St. Patrick's Day, that's it. So that nice event, 10 out of 10. Also additional St. Patrick's Day celebrations, you also get a green dye box bundle for 1 loyalty. I don't know if you just get it once on St. Patrick's Day or like once every day. I don't really know if anyone even uses actual dye. People just use Mirror's Palette and premium packs now, but hey, I mean, it's something. If you want green dye, you get it every time this year, so there you go. That's the events. So something else that's pretty hyped that they added was the player-made costumes for Dark Knight. So I believe all these costumes were already available for all the other classes, but I did notice on a release that you couldn't buy Calpheon Noble dresses for Dark Knights, or any of these other things, I'm assuming, that are listed here. And now you can actually make them and in-game and wear them, and even use an equipment tailoring coupon, which sadly costs pearls, to turn into a pearl outfit which goes over your normal armor, and I believe that you can then dye it if you couldn't already. So, very hype stuff, and they also tell you how to get every single one of them. So you can craft some of them you need a blueprints, yada yada yada, and it requires you going around and actually doing stuff in game to do this, which is really cool. And I'm glad they included it with Dark Knight. And then also, I mean, of course, we got the Pearl Shop update. We're gonna be going into this in game. Trust me, we really need to see that. But yeah, on to this last stuff. So we have a few fixes here. The Megoria screenshot event winners screenshots have been removed, yada yada yada, but there's 2 very important notes at the bottom of these patch notes. Very important. So the first thing, we'll just start with the simple thing, is fix the issue where auto-pathing would interrupt if a guild ping is set on the map. You have no idea how many people I've heard yell in voice chats, "Don't fucking guild ping," because they end up going there and dying on their AFK ults or whatever. I believe if you were in a safe area like a town, it wouldn't affect you, but if you were out there on the same channel, it would. And pretty much any guildie could do it, and I've seen people leave guilds for that. It's hilarious, but it's finally been fixed. Supposedly it's been fixed, and it fixes the issue where autopathing would be interrupted if a guild ping was set on the map. So that has been cleared up. One last thing though. If you look at there, the top of mechanic changes. Guild War Declaration rules have changed. Guilds who do not possess a node or a region can declare a guild war on any guild. So they did not elaborate very well. There's a lot of things that they didn't like publicly announce and they were looking into as far as guild mechanics, and we obviously know the undeckable guilds, even though you can actually deck on them in a way. I don't know how this affects everything, but supposedly guilds who do not own nodes or regions can declare in any other guild. So I'm assuming that means any other guild, even if they were not able to be decked on before. If they were not ready for battle, I believe you can still deck on them now as long as you don't own any areas. So that means every single guild that's not fighting in these wars can deck on any other guild, and the only handicap here is guilds that do own a node or region. They cannot pick on lower guilds that don't. That is what they're telling us in that one sentence. I don't actually know the specifics of anything, and I'll have to look into that. It's very interesting, but it's finally they announced something, because a lot of people have been like, why are there undeckable guilds that we can't deck on that say they're not ready for war? And then, yet they still someone manages to deck on them. People that weren't also ready for war. So it's just kind of weird, but that is how it is now, I'm assuming. And only time will tell to see if that's actually how it is in game. I mean, these patch notes just got released. So that is that. Let's go in game to see the cash shop items. I'm excited actually. The outfits, let's just go to look at them. Let's just go. Let's go. Alright, so I had to go to my Valkyrie, of course, and she's in her fishing attire as she should be, and let's just get on with this. I really want this. Like, this is the best. Like, this looks like the Dark Knight version of a Valkyrie. Like, if a Valkyrie were to go evil and badass. I mean, I'm a Valkyrie main, and I have to say this is probably the best outfit as far as, like, badassery goes. I would say the Awakening is a little bit more revealing. People are saying this is, like, extremely revealing, but the Awakening one, I mean, so much underboob. But, like, no, this is a really good outfit. Even just the horns, if just the horns itself is a pretty good accessory. You don't find, like, animal ears and horns and stuff very often. I guess you kind of do in this game, which is really exciting. But even more is even more exciting. So, even, like, the effects on the wings. Like, I really enjoy effects on outfits. That makes it so much better if it fits and it works and it's really cool. I really do. I go for outfits with effects and stuff. So that's, I'm just sorry. It's just a really good set. Brand new set. Very awesome. And then we have the Musa. So this kind of looks like the Berserker Eket or whatever. I don't know. This looks a little bit more badass though, Musa style. Very cool. And then that's it for the outfits. And then we also have this new chick. So we had the other chicks for that event, but this one I think will probably stick around. So it says long toms are able to pick up items with a greater range. So this might actually be the best pet for grinding, maybe not. I mean, there's so many pets with so many effects, like, and there's so little effects, like, does it actually matter? But if you're interested, it's there. It will, like, pick up items at a greater range, and I believe this will probably stay in the cash shop because there's no, like, this will leave at whatever time. There's no event tied to this, so this is probably here to stay, replacing the ones that were events. And it's pretty cute. I'm assuming it changes color and stuff on higher tiers, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I remember the last time I think I was wrong about that. But yeah, we'll have to see. So, very cute, and I think that's everything. Let's just one more time. Can we get combat? So that's the lance and the awakening shield. It's kind of crazy looking. And then the normal weapons. And then we'll get the Musa too. So, shit. What do you... Can you attack, please? Okay, well, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. He wouldn't, like, quit the animation. So, there's that. The sword, very glossy, very cool, very nice. And then that. I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything too spectacular, but I do think it's a cool outfit. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. But the Valkyrie, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Someone buy this for me. I've been trying to cite this all morning. Let's go. Alright, no, I'm kidding. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will be back next week, I guess. Unless, like... No, I'll be back next week no matter what. Sadly enough. Yep. See you guys later.